Okay, so my wife got me a electric recliner for Christmas, and the problem is we don't have a plug underneath it, except the closest one is over there by the wall. And we have a Roomba that keeps liking to unplug it, so we're gonna have to run it to an electrical box. So we're gonna put an electrical box right here in the floor, a recessed one. I'll show you the box here, and I'm gonna show you kind of step by step how to do it. So we marked out where we want it. We want it right underneath where the edge of the rug is here. So I marked it with masking tape just so we don't lose our place. I marked the center of where it will go. Then I'm gonna set you down here and we'll get a drill and we'll make a pilot hole right through the center. And check down in the basement, make sure there wasn't any gas lines or water lines, anything like that. So it should come out between the rafters somewhere. We'll see. Okay. And I'm just gonna leave the drill there and we'll go see where it ended up at. Okay, so we're in the basement and that's where it ended up, right in the center between two of the floor joists. So we'll go back upstairs. Okay, so I pulled up the drill. I'm gonna set the camera down here. Got a couple things together that we'll need: a bigger drill bit, a jigsaw. Took the pieces out. Got the template out of the box. I'm gonna set you down here so you can see actually where it is. Put our template here. We'll go right in the center. It doesn't have to be exact with ours. If yours had to be exact, you'd want to measure it to the center. But ours, thankfully isn't that much of a big deal. I'm gonna cut right along the template. And the only reason I'm cutting it like this on the floor is because we're gonna be cutting this out and you'll never see it. If there were to be scratches, which there never, always are. And the flange of the covering would cover any scratches as well. So I'm just going to cut this out. And we'll see if we trace the design on the floor or not, which we did not. That's fine. So we'll just center it back up here. And we'll mark it outside with a marker. Then we'll know what to cut. And like I said, it doesn't have to be exact because we're going to be cutting this out anyway. And the flange is going to cover well beyond an inch on each side. So any leftover marker on the floor won't matter. There we go. So then we have the outline. We'll cut that out and drop the box in. All right, so we'll start cutting the hole out. Then we'll cut the square out. Do you want me to cut the box out? box in. That's good. And we drop the box in. We'll just pre-drill the holes just to make sure that it doesn't crack the flooring, any of that, just to be safe. Put 2 in, then we'll put the other 2 in, just to kind of hold it in place. Put the other 2 in. We'll have to test fit the adjustment of the height before we actually put the box in. I go in the basement and check that. So I'll just change the adjustment screws on this. Right here and right here. Those raise the box up or down. I'll want it to go down a fair amount. Okay. So we are all the way down, so I'm gonna raise it just a hair. And we should be set. There's a little gasket in there. I'll pop the tab, the cover of that up so we can actually see down in there. And we are set. So we'll go down the basement, we'll run the wire from the electrical panel. We'll leave this off for now so it's easier to get to. We'll hook up the electric and then we'll put the cover back on. Okay, so we're in the basement. This is the panel. We're gonna be running the line up and across and over to about there above the ductwork. We'll take the cover off the plug that we're gonna run it from. So we got a meter here and we'll check the electrical on this outlet. And we got 123. Make sure you can see this. Okay, so just if you can't see it, we have black on the bottom here and then red on the right. So leave that hanging there. We'll turn off the breaker to that outlet. We'll go back here just to double check it. And it's nothing. And nothing. So we are good. outlet out. Okay, so I ran the wire in the basement just through the existing joists, the holes that were already in there. I'm just coming back up because I'm gonna...
These connectors on the box itself. I should have done that before, I didn't know about it.
Box up and mark where actually it comes in the box at, just so I know. Take this up. Knock the punch out of the back of it. Drop this connector piece in, so we'll hold the wire from the inside. Actually, drop that on there. On it. All right. Run this wire through there. Drop the box back down. Put our screws back in. And we'll head back down to the basement. I'll just show you real quick what it looks like in there with that wire holder on it. You can see right there the nut on that. All right, we'll go back to the basement. All right, so I just got the spool of wire here, ran it up through the existing holes in the floor joists, and then put a couple wire nails on it to hold it to the joist. But it goes across there, under the ductwork, and there's a box we just ran it up to. I'm going to tighten those screws on the wire holders there at the bottom of the box, you can see. And then we'll be ready to go to the panel and hook that up in the already present outlet. Wire hold it snug down so it can't get pulled or anything. Let's come over to the end of the wire spool here. I'll turn this other light on. Let's see how that light is. There we go. It's a little bit better for you probably. So we'll measure out length of wire. Okay, so I just put a couple more nails in there to hold the wire that's coming down, and we'll cut the length of the wire that's long enough to go to the receptacle, and we'll hook it up. I'm just gonna run it underneath this other box. And we'll cut it just a little bit long for now. We have a little bit of extra just in case. Where we're going in the box at on the wire, just so we know again. Move a little bit closer. There we go. We'll put another one of these wire holders on there. To knock out the punch on the box here. Just do the middle one. Put this in there. Tighten that down. Just gonna give this a little smooth turn. Go. Now we know we want the wire to go right there, so we'll cut the wire here, out at coating.
Just a little bit into the box, gives a little extra protection in case you rub it on the milk box itself, won't cut the wire. Twist that off. Push this through.
And we'll tighten our wire holder on the outside here, the part that we just put through the hole on the outside of the box. That way it'll hold the wire snug in place for us and it won't pull on the actual receptacle itself. Right there on the side. Snug that up. And let's see, we'll cut these not that long. And we'll trim the outer coating off of these. And the black one, which is the hot, goes into the left side. It says hot load. Alright, we'll tighten the black one up. Do the same on the white. Goes on the right side. Tighten it up, it was plenty short. And we'll loosen up the ground. And we'll jump this ground on there as well. crimp this back down. And fold these up and put it back in the box. And we'll tighten up our screws on the actual receptacle outlet. Tightening it back up into the box. Put our faceplate back on. All right, we'll go back upstairs to the actual outlet on the floor and finish that up. Okay, and we'll kind of repeat the same process that we did downstairs for rehooking up that receptacle as we will for this one. Let's measure out a length of wire, leave a little extra, never hurts. Cut it right about there. And trim the wire coating off here. You could definitely use some wire strippers as well. I tend to never, though. I always tend to use pocket knife. I don't really know why, but I do. If you use a pocket knife, though, you just have to be really careful not to actually cut into the insulation of the wires inside. Go. Just double check our wires and they are good. All right, so separate these out. Take some coating off the ground. Take some of the coating off of the black and the white. Off. There we go. This one should be the same as before. Yeah, hot, which is a black on the left. And I'll actually have to take off a little bit more of the coating. The holes for the quick connect are really snug on that one, so we'll wrap it just like normal outlets rather than the quick connect, pushing it in the little connector they have. A lot of the newer outlets have those, most older ones don't. Doesn't make much difference either way. It's a hair quicker using the quick connect ones, but they work just the same. there actually. I'll trim off the end. Left it a little bit shorter than I usually do. Trim that in just a hair. There we go. All right. So put the hot one on. Bend that back. We'll crimp it down. And we'll do the same with the left. With the white, we'll take just a hair more off of this one. I like to leave them just a hair long so you can take a little bit more off if you need to. Fold this one over as well. This one will go on the right side. Push that back, crimp it down. And we'll do the same thing for our ground wire. Yeah, let's just do that. All right, let's throw the ground wire over. Work that through. There we go. Crimp that one off. We'll fold up our wires. And connect this to the outlet box. And we'll tighten both of these down. They have long screws on both of these, so if you need to pull it out or get a box extender, I think, so that you can do that. All right, I'm gonna leave that protective film on there just for a little bit. So this box came with another ground on it. To connect the box to the lid here. Okay, so then we'll connect the ground wire to the actual box. Put one end onto the actual receptacle box. Tucking it down, and the other end goes onto actual receptacle. Tighten that down. Then we'll get our screws put in to hold the face plate. There we go. down. Oh, we're a little bit off on that one. This one is drilled at just a little bit of an angle. This other 3 fit in perfect. This one is a little bit angled because the box hole is just a hair too big. There we go. Just make sure they're all snug. Plug in a lamp here just for testing. We'll run down, turn the power on, and see if it works. Down here, we'll flip the breaker on this outlet. And just to double check our power, while we're down here, might as well. We'll drop black on the bottom, red on the right. And we're right at 223 again, or 123. Yeah, going back and forth between 122 and 123. So let's close that up. We'll run upstairs and check our light. And our light is on. We'll clean up this mess, plug our chair in, and we'll show you the right. So this is the final product. It's in, chair's plugged in and working. Most important part, I'll put this right here. That way, if you ever want to put a lamp there, we can put a table and a lamp as well. If you would, as always, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.